Hello students, today we are going to start new chapter in English language, chapter number 13, phrase and clause. Okay, first one is your phrase. A phrase and clause cover everything a sentence has. Clauses are the center of sentences and phrases strengthen the sentences to become meaningful. If the clauses are the pillars of the building, the phrases are the bricks. A phrase usually is always present within a clause, but a phrase cannot have a clause in it. The basic difference between a clause and a phrase is that a clause must have a finite verb and a phrase must not. Okay, a phrase therefore is a group of words which has no finite verb in it and acts to complete the sentence for making it meaningful. A phrase is a small group of words that form a meaningful unit within a clause. Okay, now come to the types of phrases. First one is your noun phrase. A noun phrase is usually assembled centering a single noun and works as a subject, an object, or a complement in the sentence. Okay, for example, I like to swing the bat hard when I am at the crease. There is a noun phrase is to swing the bat. Okay, second is your adjective phrase. An adjective phrase is comprised of an adjective and works as a single adjective in a sentence. For example, Alex is a well behaved man. Here, well behaved is your adjective phrase. Okay. Third is your adverb phrase. An adverb phrase modifies the verb or the adjective and works as an adverb in the sentence. For example, the horse runs at a good speed. It means at a good speed is your adverb phrase. Okay students, and next is your verbal phrase. In verbal phrase there is two types. First is infinitive phrase, three types. Second is gerund phrase, third is your participle phrase. Okay, now next is your prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase always begins with a preposition and connects noun. Okay, for example, in the end we all have to die. There is in the end is your prepositional phrase. Okay, now next is your clause. So what is clause? A clause is a comprised of a group of words which includes a subject and a finite verb. A clause contains only one subject and one verb. The subject of a clause can be mentioned or hidden, but the verb must be apparent and distinguishable. Okay, a clause is a group of words containing a subject and predicate and functioning as a member of a complex or compound sentence. Okay, for example, when I came here, I saw him. There is two clause. When I came here, and second is your I saw him. Okay, there is two types of clause. First is independent clause and second is dependent clause. Okay. So, an independent clause functions on its own to make a meaningful sentence and looks much like a regular sentence. In a sentence, two independent clauses can be connected by the coordinators and but, so, or, nor, for, yet. For example, he was a wise man. Okay. Now, second is your dependent clause. A dependent clause cannot function on its own because it leaves an idea or thought unfinished. It is also called subordinate clause. Dependent clauses help the independent clauses complete the sentence. A dependent clause alone cannot form a complete sentence. The subordinators do the work of connecting the dependent clause to another clause to complete the sentence. In each of the dependent clause, the first word is subordinator. Subordinators include relative pronouns, subordinating conjunctions, and noun clause makers. For example, I was dating Diana. I had an accident. So there is I when I was dating Diana is your clause. Okay, that's all students. Thank you.